Bernie Sanders just posted this. 1.1 million views, 8,500 comments, 43,000 likes. Since Trump was elected, Mark Zuckerberg got $25 billion richer. Jeff Bezos got $36 billion richer. Larry Ellison got $78 billion richer. Elon Musk got $187 billion richer. Meanwhile, 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Finance YouTubers are trying to explain this. Some defend it. Some are outraged. And the data? It's even crazier than Bernie's tweet suggests. Let me show you what's really happening. The actual numbers. They're worse than you think. Bernie's numbers? Those are conservative. Let me give you the real data. The world's richest people's combined net worth hit $10 trillion. That's with a T. A $1.5 trillion increase in just 12 months. The day after Trump's election win in November, the world's 10 richest people saw their wealth soar by a record $64 billion in a single day. That's the biggest daily increase ever recorded since tracking began in 2012. Let me break that down. $64 billion in one day is equivalent to the annual wages earned by 800,000 American households, making the median income of $80,000 per year. They made 800,000 families' annual income in 24 hours. Now let's talk specific billionaires. Elon Musk, now worth $449 billion. On election day alone, his net worth gained $26.5 billion after Tesla stock rose almost 15%. In December 2024, he became the first person to have a net worth of more than $400 billion. He's now worth nearly $500 billion. Mark Zuckerberg, now worth $229 billion. His wealth surged by $81 billion in 2024. Jeff Bezos, now worth $256 billion. Larry Ellison, worth $259 billion. These four men alone, they're worth over $1.1 trillion combined. That's more than the GDP of most countries. Why this happened? The Trump connection. So why did this wealth explosion happen after Trump's election? 3 reasons. 1. Deregulation expectations. The market rallied as the election concluded swiftly with expectations that Trump will usher in a new era of deregulation and other pro-business laws and policies investors believe could benefit the stock market overall. 2. Tax cuts for the rich. Trump's tax plans favor corporations and high-net-worth individuals. The market priced that in immediately. 3. Direct political access. Trump's inauguration on January 20th in Washington, D.C. brought the world's wealthiest people together to celebrate his return to the presidency, including Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Mark Zuckerberg, who have a combined net worth of nearly $900 billion. These aren't just rich people. They're now inside the administration. Elon Musk has been tapped to co-lead the newly created Department of Government Efficiency, which aims to slash $2 trillion in federal spending. Think about that. The richest man in the world is now in charge of cutting government spending. What could possibly go wrong? What finance YouTubers are saying? The defenders. Now, finance YouTubers are split on this. Let's start with the defenders. The Graham Stephan / Andrei Jikh take. These guys would argue, this is how capitalism works. They created value. Amazon makes your life easier. Tesla advanced electric vehicles. They deserve their wealth. They'd point out that most billionaire wealth is in stock. It's not liquid cash. If Bezos wanted to sell all his Amazon stock tomorrow, the price would crash and he wouldn't get $256 billion. They'd say, don't hate the player, hate the game. Change the tax code if you don't like it. The innovation defense. Some creators argue these billionaires are funding the future, SpaceX, AI development, renewable energy. The argument goes, Amazon has reduced the price of many consumer goods and freed up an enormous amount of time for millions of Americans by eliminating the need to visit brick-and-mortar retailers. Bezos has received only a tiny slice of those social benefits. The problem with this defense, it ignores what's happening to everyone else. While billionaires gained $1.5 trillion, 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, food and housing costs soar, and AI is killing jobs. The trend is largely driven by slowing wage growth among lower-income workers. After sizable gains in 2021 and 2022, wages cooled in 2023 and 2024 and began lagging further this year. Prices rose 3% year-over-year in September, while after-tax wages grew just 2% for middle-income workers and 1% for lower-income earners in October. So billionaires are getting richer while your real wages, adjusted for inflation, are going down. Now let's talk about the finance YouTubers who are calling this out. This is broken perspective. Some creators are pointing out that this level of wealth concentration is historically unprecedented and economically dangerous. The world's billionaires' wealth grew by $2 trillion in 2024, at a rate 3 times faster than the previous year, largely due to inheritance, powerful connections, and corruption. Nearly 2/3 of about 2,900 millionaires around the world think the influence of the super-rich on the Trump presidency is a threat to global stability. Even millionaires think this is dangerous. The oligarchy argument. Anti-poverty groups have said, the crown jewel of this oligarchy is a billionaire president, backed and bought by the world's richest man, Elon Musk, running the world's largest economy. President Biden, in his farewell address, said, "Today, an oligarchy is taking shape in America of extreme wealth, power, and influence that literally threatens our entire democracy, our basic rights and freedoms, and a fair shot for everyone to get ahead." The trillionaire warning. Economic analysts suggest the world could see the rise of 5 trillionaires within the next decade, surpassing a previous projection of just 1. 5 trillionaires. That's $1 trillion each. 5 people could control $5 trillion while half the world lives on less than $6.85 a day. What can actually be done? So what's the solution? Finance YouTubers and economists have proposed several ideas. Option 1, wealth tax. Anti-poverty organizations have called for governments globally to act rapidly to reduce inequality and end extreme wealth, suggesting increased inheritance taxes to dismantle the new aristocracy and ensuring that the world's richest individuals and corporations pay their fair share. Elizabeth Warren famously proposed a 2% tax on wealth over $50 million and 3% on wealth over $1 billion. On Musk's $449 billion, that would be $13.5 billion per year in taxes. Option 2, close tax loopholes. The ultra-wealthy use trusts, foundations, and tax havens to avoid taxes. Close those loopholes. Make capital gains taxed like ordinary income. Option 3, break up monopolies. Amazon, Meta, Google, these are effective monopolies. Break them up to increase competition and distribute wealth more broadly. Option 4, universal basic income. If AI is killing jobs, maybe we need UBI funded by taxes on the companies benefiting from AI. Option 5, employee ownership. Require large companies to give employees equity. If the company does well, workers share in the gains. The problem? None of these will happen under Trump. His administration includes the very billionaires who would be affected by these policies. They're not going to tax themselves. So what can you do personally? Final thoughts. What this means for you. Here's the reality. You're not going to become a billionaire. Neither am I. The system isn't designed for that anymore. But you can build wealth slowly through index funds, real estate, skills. Increase your income by developing high-value skills AI can't replace. Reduce expenses to survive the squeeze. Vote for politicians who address inequality. Support worker-friendly policies and unions. Stay informed about what's really happening. Bernie Sanders' post went viral because people feel this. They see billionaires getting richer while they struggle to afford groceries. The day after Trump's election, the 10 richest people gained $64 billion. That's more money in 24 hours than most people will earn in 800 lifetimes. Is that fair? Is that sustainable? Is that the kind of society we want? Finance YouTubers are divided. Some say, that's capitalism. Others say, that's oligarchy. What do you think? Comment below. Do billionaires deserve their wealth? Or is the system broken? This is the defining economic issue of our time.